Hi friends, this is Pastor Daniel Gouveia. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Today I'm taking a look at a really nice Bible by Thomas Nelson. It's the New King James single column wide margin reference Bible, and I have the black genuine leather for review. This Bible was sent to me by Thomas Nelson in exchange for an honest review, and I will give you my honest review. There's already a few reviews out there. I live in California. Maybe that's why the Bibles take a little bit longer to get to my house, but that's okay. And I did take some time with this Bible, so I would give you guys my impressions. I really am not asked to say anything positive or negative. I just give you guys what I believe is the truth about the Bibles that I review. So it comes in this clamshell box, and it is really nice. You open it up, it looks like this, black on the inside. And you have here in the back some of the features that you can read. So it is in a single column, as 1.5 inch margin space in the outer margin. The words of Christ are in red. There's over 72,000 cross-references in the inside margin. This is a format that we had seen before in the journal, the Word Bible reference edition by Thomas Nelson. I'll show it to you in the end, and I'll compare the two. You have a concordance, Smite Soon, and has 2 satin ribbon markers. And this Bible does feature the comfort print designed by 2K Denmark for Thomas Nelson and for the New King James specifically. So yeah, these are the features. There's of course some things in this Bible that are lacking, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And this is the look of the genuine leather. Looks really nice. Let me see if my camera can focus here. Yeah, I think that will give you a pretty good idea of this leather. All right, this is how it looks when you open it up and fold it a little bit. Yeah, so really nice black genuine leather. It is perimeter stitched, as you can see there. And in the spine, you have 5 raised hubs. They look really nice. This is a big, heavy Bible, okay? Almost the size of a small study Bible. So the raised hubs have 2 gilt lines at the top and at the bottom of the raised hub, and they really make the hub stand out, okay? So that's the gold that you see in the spine, also with Holy Bible in gold, New King James, and the Thomas Nelson logo. All right, you do have gold gilding in this Bible, but no color underneath the gold, okay? Just standard gold gilding. Does look nice. There you go, a little bit of a reflection of the light there for you to see the quality of the gilding. Yeah, it's not like, you know, the best gilding I've ever seen in the world, but it's nice. This Bible retails for $129, but I'm sure that you can get it for less than that. Like I mentioned in the beginning, it is Smite Soon, has a black headband. The ribbons are double satin ribbons. They are pretty long and they are wide. They have a diagonal cut. And only 2, I think, for a Bible this size. What we normally see these days is really 3 ribbons in Bibles that are a little bit more, you know, on the high end. This one is probably in between, so yeah. In today's Bible world, I would probably have 3 ribbons. And I know there's a lot that goes into these decisions. Now, you open it up and you have a vinyl liner, and that's what I feel. It is a paste down liner. It is not edge lined. All right, and then have a title page, the Holy Bible, and the Holy Bible containing the Old and New Testaments, New King James, Thomas Nelson. This is the 36 GSM paper, and it is a joy to use. It is very easy to turn. It is very good quality paper. Yeah, I think for a wide margin Bible where you're going to take notes, this is pretty good paper, in my opinion. I love this paper. This Bible is printed in China. You have here the information page if you want to check it out and look at the details that you have here. Okay, table of contents. alphabetical order of the books of the Bible. You have a preface to the New King James Version, and the title page for the Old Testament with this cool design that I believe we also see this in the journal, The Word Bible. This is exactly the same format, same text layout that you had in the reference edition. I actually reviewed that Bible, and you can check my link. I'll probably leave it there somewhere in a card or in a link down below. I actually really liked that Bible. The font was just a little bit too small, and now they basically just enlarged the font, and that's what you have here. The margin is different because in that particular edition, the margin has some lines. This margin is blank, which I actually prefer because sometimes I like to write horizontally, sometimes I like to write vertically. So I do prefer in a wide margin, or even in a journaling Bible, when I have just the margins blank. Okay, so you see here the references are on the inner margin, and you really have a lot of space to breathe. I mean, this 1.5 inch margin is, very good. I mean, you can write whatever you want here. Even though the references are in the inner margin, they don't go into the gutter in a way that you cannot read it. On the contrary, you have a lot of space in the gutter. Okay, so they did this really, really well. The cross references are readable. I mean, of course, it's small font, but I can read this very, very well. They have a lot of space between the lines. Even the cross references do. Even in a place where you have a lot of cross references, you do have space between the lines. They're readable. So yeah, coming back here to Genesis chapter 1, you see that the title of the books is in red, dark red, really nice red. It's really dark, a burgundy, almost brown. I really like this dark red, really good. Subheadings also in red, and chapter numbers in red. The verse numbers are black. As you can see, they don't stand out. They're not big. They're tiny. They don't stand out at all. I prefer verse numbers that stand out, as in almost all the Bibles that I use a lot, I normally have verse numbers that stand out. That's just me, okay? I know there's people that don't even want verse numbers in their Bibles. That's fine. I like verse numbers that stand out, and especially in a wide margin where I'll take a lot of notes and I'll use the Bible more for study. I would definitely prefer verse numbers that stand out. The verse numbers are also black when you have red letter, and they stand out a little bit more in the New Testament when you have red letter. But other than that, and even they're tiny and they're not bold. They're really, they're not very noticeable. That's one thing I don't like about this Bible, just being honest. You do have translation notes in the bottom, and they are separated by a little line. Now, this line is really neat. It's not like a dark, bold line. It's made out of tiny little dots, or of a very tiny, very light zigzag. I don't know. Probably dots. It almost looks like a zigzag. I don't know. It's really tiny dots, and this line is really noticeable, but not too noticeable. So I love the looks of this line. I love this layout. I mean, I love it in so many ways, and there's just a few things that are a deal breaker for me. So another thing that is a deal breaker, I'm just gonna say it, other people have said the same, is that this Bible is not line matched. And in today's world, if you're buying a Bible, I would say over $100 or even $70, $80. I mean, even $20 Bibles that Thomas Nelson sells have line matching right now. So a Bible like this without line matching, that just breaks the deal for me. Now, it's not like it will prevent you from reading. It doesn't really affect me a lot. I'm just being, a little bit more demanding considering the Bible world today. You can still read it very well. I mean, you look at this text, you do see the ghosting, okay? And you see there's ghosting not only in places where you do not have text on the page in front of you, but there's ghosting between the lines. So it's definitely there. Does it prevent me from reading? Well, no, this 8.5 font is not as big as I would like. I would prefer a 9, 9.5, even 10-point font, but it is very readable. I mean, I have no issues in reading this font. The comfort print is awesome. It's very dark. It's really black and almost a little bit bold. So yeah, it has a lot of space between the lines. So, you know, you read it, you can read it very, very well. But yeah, I would prefer, like almost everybody that has reviewed this Bible so far, I would prefer line matching, definitely. That would make this Bible really a big, big contender for me because it's a New King James, and I love the New King James. It's my main translation in English. It's wide margin, and I love to write in my Bibles. And it's a single column, which I also love. I actually prefer double column, but I can do single column just the same. I love it. I think it's beautiful. I love the looks of the Bible, you know, with the references in the middle, like in the inner margins. And you open the Bible, you see in the gutter, you know, you see the references right there. I mean, it's so beautiful. I love this layout. I think it's gorgeous, you know. Yeah, I love it. You see here the poetic sections, and in the poetic sections you do have verse numbers standing out more because they are on the side of the text. And the poetic sections, to me, they look even better. I mean, this Bible looks beautiful, okay? There's just those issues. I mean, verse numbers that don't stand out in the regular prose, that's a deal breaker for me. I would prefer verse numbers that stand out. And yeah, it's not line matched. So those are the two things that for me, yeah. If it were not for that, this Bible would really, really be very attractive to me, to the way that I deal with the Bible. So here you have the New Testament. This is a transition from the Old Testament, last book, Malachi, and New Testament. Again, title page with this cool design here. And then you have Matthew, and let me show you a little bit the red letter. Red letter looks really good. There's a little bit of variation sometimes, but I love this red. It's very dark, and again, a lot of space between the lines, even without the line matching. I mean, you do read very well this text. You would read much better with line matching, okay? Yeah. Next time, Thomas Nelson, please give us a verse by verse, maybe. This is a paragraph format. A verse by verse would definitely be awesome. It can be a single column, that's fine, but definitely verse by verse, line matched, 10-point font. And I know you're saying, well, that would make a huge Bible. Well, there's ways to fit the translation notes and references, you know, in other ways in the page. You guys are awesome. I'm sure you will figure it out, okay? So yeah, I'm not the only one saying this, so you know what you have to do. So this is it. Again, New Testament, words of Jesus are in red all the way through Revelation. Let me show you here a little bit of Revelation. Ta-da! Revelation. Words of Jesus in red. Okay, so that's how the New Testament looks. Here, red letter in Acts. Ta-da! This Bible just looks gorgeous, okay? I mean, don't want to trash it in any way because this is an awesome Bible. I'm just, you know, a little bit frustrated because it could be almost perfection, you know. The page numbers are up at the top in the outer, close to the outer margin, and you also have the reference of the book, and the page numbers are black and the reference of the book is red. So looks really, really nice, looks awesome. Simple, beautiful. Yeah, I mean, line matching, verse number standing out, okay? Probably a verse by verse would actually be good. Yeah. Okay, so you come to the end of Revelation. Let me show you. Revelation 22. And you have a table of monies, weights, and measures. And you have abbreviations for the books of the Bible. Dictionary concordance, so it's not only a concordance, it actually has a dictionary. Not like a huge concordance or dictionary, just a little bit, okay, but yeah, has a decent amount of information here. Okay, and then you have some line paper, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages of line paper. Then a note regarding the type, as you are used to in the Bibles by Thomas Nelson that feature the comfort print. And that's the end of the Bible. Simple, in the back, no maps. Really nice, really beautiful, awesome Bible. Looks great, love it. A little bit on the heavy side. And of course, if you want bigger font and you want a verse by verse like I want, of course, you know, it could probably make this Bible even bigger. But I would say just make the references a little bit smaller if you have to have references, because it's a wide margin. I'm guessing that people will probably do their cross-referencing themselves. Some will, some won't. You can use the internet for cross-references if you want. So just leave the translation notes, take out the cross-references, and give us a verse by verse with larger font, line matching, this awesome paper, and you will sell millions and millions of Bibles. Okay, here it is, the journal, the word Bible. You have it here. I can give you an idea of the difference in size. As you can see, the journal, the word edition, reference edition of the New King James by Thomas Nelson has a little bit smaller footprint. Let me show you here. Smaller footprint, but it is thicker, okay? It's actually thicker. Okay, there you go. And when you open it up, the difference is really the fact that this one is smaller font. Let me open it up to the same page to give you an idea. Look at this. They look almost identical. Okay, so okay, there you go. But like I said in the beginning, in the journal, the word edition, you have lined margins, you know? They look awesome. Even though I prefer blank margins because I want to write vertically sometimes if I prefer to, I really like the lined margins here because these lines, again, they're just like little dots. I just love this. Anyways, that's the main difference is, you know, the font is smaller and you have lined paper here. This is an awesome Bible and maybe a little bit more portable because the footprint is smaller, even though it's a little bit thicker. But yeah, in terms of weight, I mean, it's almost the same thing actually. So there you go, just give you an idea of the two. Anyways, if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. Love to hear from you. And yeah, this was my honest review. Love this Bible, beautiful, recommend it. However, it won't make it to the list of my absolute favorite Bibles in the world because it needs line matching and it needs verse numbers that stand out. And after that, and maybe a little bit of a bigger font. And after that, we can throw a party, okay? So yeah, all right friends, love you all. Whatever Bible you read it with faith, with prayer, and remember that Jesus was crucified for you and he was crucified for me. Wait, should I do a paper test of this Bible? I mean, I've tested this paper before, so just watch my other videos. And yeah, this paper is awesome.